For most of his life, John Wayne was asked the same question: what was the greatest part of your legendary career? People expected him to talk about classic westerns, Oscar-winning performances, or the directors who made him a Hollywood icon. But surprisingly, Wayne often gave a different answer. Instead of talking about fame, he talked about the people who stood beside him during the journey. Among the hundreds of actors and actresses he worked with across more than 170 films, a handful of women left a lasting impression. They weren't simply co-stars, they were trusted friends, talented professionals, and the kind of performers who made every film better just by being there. As the years passed and Hollywood's golden age slowly faded away, Wayne found himself remembering these women more than ever. Today, we're counting down the 5 actresses John Wayne never truly stopped missing. Some helped launch his career, others earned his lifelong respect, and one became the greatest screen partner he ever had. But before we reveal that unforgettable number 1, let's begin where it all started. Number 5, Claire Trevor. Long before John Wayne became the face of the American Western, he was still searching for the role that could change everything. That opportunity finally arrived in 1939 with Stagecoach, the film that transformed his career almost overnight. While director John Ford deserves much of the credit, Wayne never believed he reached that milestone alone. Standing beside him was Claire Trevor, already one of Hollywood's most respected actresses. Unlike Wayne, who carried the pressure of proving himself as a leading man, Trevor entered the production with confidence, experience, and remarkable professionalism. Those qualities immediately earned Wayne's admiration. On screen, Trevor portrayed Dallas, a woman judged by society yet determined to keep her dignity. Her quiet, emotional performance balanced Wayne's strong but reserved Ringo Kid perfectly. Their chemistry never felt forced, which helped make Stagecoach one of the greatest westerns ever made. Years later, Wayne often reflected on how that film changed his life forever. He knew every actor contributed to its success, but he repeatedly acknowledged that Claire Trevor's performance gave audiences someone they could genuinely care about. Even after their careers moved in different directions, Wayne never forgot the actress who stood beside him when his Hollywood dream finally became reality. But if Claire Trevor represented the beginning of his rise, the next actress showed him what true strength looked like. Number 4, Patricia Neal. By the time John Wayne worked with Patricia Neal in Harm's Way during the 1960s, she had already built a reputation as one of Hollywood's finest dramatic actresses. From the moment filming began, Wayne noticed something that set her apart. She never tried to steal the spotlight. Instead, Neal focused entirely on serving the story. Every performance felt honest, natural, and deeply emotional. Wayne admired actors who cared more about making the film better than making themselves look bigger. And Patricia Neal embodied exactly that philosophy. But what impressed him even more happened away from the cameras. After suffering multiple devastating strokes, many believed her acting career was finished. Doctors questioned whether she would ever perform again. Yet through years of determination and rehabilitation, Neal fought her way back to Hollywood, proving countless people wrong. Wayne deeply respected that resilience. Throughout his own life, he admired people who refused to surrender when life became difficult, and Patricia Neal became one of the finest examples of that mindset. Although they shared only a limited number of films together, Wayne never forgot her quiet confidence or extraordinary courage. Whenever he looked back on the performers who defined Hollywood's golden age, Patricia Neal always earned a place on that list. But the next woman brought something completely different. She didn't just match John Wayne on screen, she challenged him in every scene they shared. Number 3, Lauren Bacall. When John Wayne teamed up with Lauren Bacall for Blood Alley in 1955, audiences immediately noticed something special. Here were 2 larger-than-life movie stars sharing the screen, yet neither tried to overpower the other. Lauren Bacall had already become famous for her intelligence, unmistakable voice, and commanding screen presence. Off-camera, she carried herself with the same confidence audiences admired in her films. Wayne appreciated people who stayed authentic, and Bacall never pretended to be anyone else. During filming, the two developed a professional friendship built on mutual respect. Bacall challenged Wayne in the best possible way. She matched his charisma without copying it, creating scenes that felt balanced, believable, and completely natural. Wayne later praised actors who could strengthen every moment simply by being truthful in their performances, and Lauren Bacall fit that description perfectly. Although they worked together only once, the experience stayed with him for years. To Wayne, Bacall represented everything that made Hollywood's golden age unforgettable: elegance, confidence, professionalism, and genuine kindness toward the people around her. As time passed, he continued speaking highly of her, believing that true movie stars weren't defined by awards or popularity, but by the character they showed both on and off the screen. But if these actresses earned Wayne's admiration through unforgettable performances, the next woman earned something even greater. She became the actress audiences associated with John Wayne more than anyone else, and their friendship would become one of Hollywood's greatest stories. Number 2. Katharine Hepburn. If there was one actress John Wayne admired from afar, it was Katharine Hepburn. The two never became one of Hollywood's famous on-screen couples, but that never affected the enormous respect Wayne had for her. Hepburn built her career by refusing to follow Hollywood's rules. She chose difficult roles, spoke her mind, and stayed true to herself, even when it wasn't popular. Wayne admired that kind of independence. The two had very different personalities and often disagreed politically, yet Wayne never allowed those differences to overshadow her remarkable talent. He believed greatness came in many forms, and Hepburn represented a different kind of strength: fearless, outspoken, and completely authentic. Throughout his career, Wayne often praised people who stood by their principles, and Hepburn did exactly that. Her influence reached far beyond awards or box office success. She inspired generations of actors through hard work, confidence, and dedication to her craft. Although they never shared the legendary screen partnership many fans hoped for, Wayne always considered Katharine Hepburn one of the greatest actresses Hollywood had ever produced. But as admired as Hepburn was, there was one woman who stood above everyone else. A woman whose name became almost inseparable from John Wayne himself. Number 1. Maureen O'Hara. If audiences had to choose one actress forever linked with John Wayne, the answer would almost always be Maureen O'Hara. Together, they created one of the most beloved partnerships in Hollywood history, appearing in 5 unforgettable classics over more than 2 decades. Their chemistry never felt manufactured. It came from genuine trust, humor, and deep friendship. Everything began with Rio Grande in 1950. Director John Ford immediately recognized the natural connection between Wayne and O'Hara and reunited them again in The Quiet Man, The Wings of Eagles, McClintock, and Big Jake. Each new film strengthened their reputation as one of cinema's greatest duos. Naturally, rumors followed them everywhere. For years, fans wondered whether their friendship had become romantic behind the scenes. Wayne and O'Hara always dismissed those stories. They insisted their relationship was built on mutual respect, loyalty, and genuine affection, nothing more. Wayne admired O'Hara because she never backed down from anyone. She was intelligent, fearless, hardworking, and one of the most dependable actresses he had ever worked with. For Wayne, who valued loyalty above almost everything else, that was one of the highest compliments he could offer. O'Hara felt exactly the same way. She often described Wayne as one of her closest friends in Hollywood, someone she trusted completely both on and off the set. Even after they stopped making films together, they stayed in touch, spoke warmly about one another in interviews, and never allowed time to weaken their friendship. When John Wayne passed away in 1979, Maureen O'Hara was devastated. She later admitted she hadn't simply lost a legendary co-star. She had lost one of her dearest lifelong friends. Looking back today, it's easy to understand why Wayne never stopped speaking so highly of her. She represented everything he valued, not only extraordinary talent, but honesty, loyalty, kindness, and unwavering professionalism. More than any actress he ever worked with, Maureen O'Hara remained the person who reminded him of Hollywood at its very best. John Wayne's incredible legacy wasn't built by one man alone. Behind every legendary performance stood remarkable people who helped shape his journey. Claire Trevor believed in him before the world did. Patricia Neal inspired him with extraordinary courage and resilience. Bacall earned his admiration through confidence and authenticity. Katharine Hepburn showed him that true greatness comes from staying true to yourself. And above them all stood Maureen O'Hara, the friend, partner, and co-star who remained closest to his heart until the very end. Their stories remind us that Hollywood's golden age wasn't remembered only because of blockbuster films or famous names. It was remembered because of lasting friendships, mutual respect, and the unforgettable bonds created behind the cameras. Even decades after John Wayne's passing, these extraordinary women remain an essential part of his story. Their performances continue to inspire new generations, while their friendships reveal a side of Wayne many fans rarely saw, a man who valued loyalty and character far more than fame. Sometimes the greatest Hollywood love stories aren't romantic at all. Sometimes they're lifelong friendships built on trust, admiration, and memories that never fade. If you enjoyed this look back at Hollywood's golden age, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more classic Hollywood stories, celebrity history, and untold behind-the-scenes moments. Until next time, stay curious.